Like, let's do Barter for Dummies. What is it?
We're a business that helps businesses across Canada get the things that they need without having to spend any money. Instead, they can just offer up their own goods and services. We all know that bartering in and of itself, like one-on-one bartering, is really the oldest form of commerce. But for two parties to enter into a fair trade, each side has to want what the other person has at the same time and value, right? So that's actually called coincidence of wants. Pretty much why money was invented, because bartering became so, annoying to have to try and line up those direct trades, right?
Yeah.
The other thing that was a reality in the marketplace was like the fact that every single business in Canada, because that's where we focus, has what we call spare capacity from time to time. And what that means is for a business that's a service-based business, they have unsold time and space that expires to zero. If they're in a product-based business, they have oftentimes throughout the year extra inventory that might be sitting idle. So we thought, well, if we can help businesses sort of monetize that spare capacity into the barter system and kind of marry those two things together, this might work. We all know that cash is still king. You can't run a business on a bartering system. Cash is really the oxygen of any business, but bartering can definitely enhance their business. We basically built a platform that now allows a business to open an account with BarterPay. They can then offer up their goods or services to the system. In exchange, they earn barter credits, and one barter credit equals $1 for valuation purposes. And the great thing about it is they can take this sort of newly earned revenue stream of barter credits that never expire, and they can go and barter and trade with anybody in the entire ecosystem. So no longer are they having to deal with this sort of conundrum of this one-to-one bartering. It's like this one-to-many sort of sharing economy where everybody is monetizing their spare capacity in real time and then getting back things that they need to offset future cash expenses, which really boosts their bottom line, drives new traffic, helps them expand their business, all sorts of things, right? So you don't have to pull that cash out, precious cash out of the bank. Yeah.
No, that's good. So it's like if a plumber's got an off week, someone can hire him through BarterPay, right? And someone will pay him barter credits, and then he can then use those barter credits to maybe get new windows into his house from someone else who's in the ecosystem for BarterPay.
Yep, or advertising or whatever it is. Yeah. So the great thing about BarterPay is we pair every business up with their own barter coach, a real life person, and each of those coaches manages a portfolio of about 200 businesses. And so these businesses, we know they're busy, right? And their job is to really focus on their core business, which is sell as much as possible, services, goods, products, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Bring in as much cash as possible. The barter coach's job is to come alongside that business owner and help them barter and monetize that spare capacity. So it's all about building a relationship so they know when that spare capacity is coming up or what's available. The barter coach then helps that business advertise that out to the network so that it can bring in this new revenue stream. And then on the back half of that is that the barter coach works with the business on what we call their wish list, what they're looking for in exchange. And then the barter coach goes out and kind of shops the network, finds what they might be looking for, pairs them up with different vendors so that they can use their barter credits instead of dipping into that precious cash, right? So that's kind of how the system works.